We're on the 13th hole at People's Golf Club, and what we'll discuss is how much the legs should move throughout the golf swing. So, the legs should move, the left knee should fold towards the right knee on the backswing, and the right knee should fold in towards the left knee on the downswing. So, what happens is people get into a bad habit of misunderstanding how the legs should move correctly. So, if you're a beginner golfer who first starting out playing golf, what they'll do is they'll have quite a lot of lead knee flexion towards the right leg, so their knee pushes in the way towards the right leg, and as you can see, because my left knee is moving in the way, my right leg straightens, and from here it creates a lot of excessive lower body movement. So as I take the club back, I can't fully wind up onto my right side. The weight almost goes onto my left foot, then as I start down, the weight starts on the outside of my right foot. So we need to minimise that left leg flexion by understanding how we need to move our weight properly. So if I take the club back, left knee goes in the way, right leg straightens, that almost encourages a sway, and from here it's quite hard to wind up on the backswing because you're not loading the weight on the correct side. So if you look at any golfer, Sam Snead, Jack Nicklaus, Ben Hogan, all these guys, they had one move. It was called the magic move. So what they used to do was they take the club back, their left heel would come off the ground and their left knee would move in the way. But what a lot of golfers try and do, they try and restrict the movement in that leg. But what these guys done is their left knee went in the way, their right leg was stable. So if I take the club down the line, their right leg didn't move out the way. So people who sway, their head almost goes behind the golf ball. Their weight goes on the outside of their right leg. So what these guys did is, as they lifted their left leg off the ground, they were able to get the left knee back to where it started. So a lot of golfers who sway struggle to get the left knee back to where it started. It's almost behind in transition. So if I take the club back like Ben Hogan, well, not like Jack Nicklaus and that, but anyway, just a rehearsal of the move they used to plant that left knee back to where it started. That created a good transition. It allowed the weight to get off the right side and the way down. So how much should your legs move in the golf swing? It should move as efficiently and as natural as it should become. So what I mean by that is, so if you look at any of these golfers who have quite a good transition, they're able to get their left knee back into a position where it started, or if not further forward. That allows the hips to open up, the shoulders to rotate through impact. So if you are a golfer who struggles with a reverse pivot, when their left knee kicks in the way too much, the right leg straightens, they almost get into this position where their left hip rises up, their upper body stays back, and that's where the arms buckle up into almost a chicken wing. So what we need to think about is a drill to work on. So if I was to, I've not actually brought an alignment stick with me, but if I was to pretend my right hip was against a wall, or I had an alignment stick, so from here, the alignment stick, so in line with the tee, the alignment stick should be about maybe 2 inches away from the right hip. So from here, I can try and encourage the left heel to come off the ground if you want. If you have a restricted movement, that increases range of movement and increases the flexibility slightly on the way back. So golfers who get into this position where the right hip buckles in the way, you need to try and get into that position where the stick is restricting you from moving towards it. So if you can try and keep the weight on the inside of the right foot and allow this left knee to kick in on the way back and then be able to rotate through the impact. If you look at Jason Day has quite a stable lower body, but what he's able to do is he's able to, as he takes the club back, his left leg folds in slightly, but his right leg extends a little bit more and flexes. So a lot of golfers who get into reverse pivot, left leg flexes too much, right leg stays stationary. So get into a habit. So if I take the club back, focus on your shoulders turning around your hip and your hip tucking in, and as you start down, feel like you plant the left leg and turning out of the way. So that's why these guys are so good, the Arnold Palmer, Sam Snead, they were so good at getting the left leg. So that created a lot of momentum off the ground. So if this left leg comes off the ground, they were able to start transition by putting that foot back down into the ground, so pushing off the ground. That's why these guys hit the ball so far, because he created so much pressure up from the ground that we're able to get the left leg back into position and maintain that rotation all the way through impact. So what you need to do is allow the left foot to come off the ground. That'll get you into a better mindset of planting that left foot back down so you can return that knee back to its original position, or even further forward so you can rotate your hips more. So stable lower body, try and get the left hip moving towards the target so you can create the hands a little bit more ahead of impact and minimise this excessive weight shift or lateral sway. So get into that position, so I take her back, left leg should kick in slightly, right leg should tuck in behind my hip, and my hip should tuck in, sorry. I come back down, left leg should plant, turn out the way, and then right knee should kick in as my left leg folds. So if you've got any thoughts on that, let me know. So that's how much your lower body should move through the golf swing. And if you've got any thoughts on that, subscribe to my channel, Allan Golf, and follow me on Twitter and Facebook.